Hi friends, Sarah here with Boho Stitchery, and it is Monday, so it's time for Make and Knit Monday. So if you want to learn how to knit, grab some needles and some yarn and join me for Making It Monday. Hi friends, thank you for stopping by my channel. Today I am going to teach you how to do a mock rib stitch. And here is a swatch that I did. It looks very similar to the 1x1 ribbing that I showed you guys how to do last week. But the best part about this particular pattern is there is no purling. I don't know about any of you guys that have knit or are experienced knitters, but I don't really care for the purl stitch. It's not my favorite thing to do, especially when you have to do a lot of like knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. So this gives a very similar effect. It's quite a bit stretchier, I feel like, than the 1x1 ribbing that I showed you last week also. So let's jump in and get started. You're going to need a pair of knitting needles and some yarn. Any size will work as long as the yarn size complements the needle size. So you can always look on the band that your skein of yarn comes with to tell you, it'll tell you what size needles you need for that particular size yarn. And these I think are a size 8. They're just a pair of short circular needles. I use these a lot when knitting hats and things because I can fit all my stitches on there quite easily. But these are probably one of my favorite circular needles that I have that are smaller. So go ahead and grab your materials and I will be right back with you. Okay guys, I am back. So I went ahead and did my cast on off screen. Now for this stitch, I forgot to mention this before, you will need an even number of stitches. So this particular pattern needs to be worked over an even number of stitches. So for this, I just cast it on 16 stitches. So any multiple of 2 will work. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can actually see a little easier. There we go. So for this, you're going to need to do what they call a setup row. So go ahead and knit your first row as normal. I feel like I'm zoomed in a little too much here. There we go. It's a little easier here. And it would probably help if I kept, my hands on screen so you guys could see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. It's just hard to knit with a tripod in between my fingers here. So go ahead and just knit your first setup row because we'll need that to do row 2. I'll meet you back at the end. Okay guys, I am back. So at this point you should have just have one row of just plain knit because you're going to need that to do the second part. So for row 2 and all continuing rows after this, you're going to do this. So you are going to do a combination of knitting and knitting in the stitch below or below the stitch, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So the first stitch, you're just going to knit as normal, and so you're going to alternate knit, knit one below, knit, knit one below all the way to the end, and you should always end on a knit below. And to do the knit below, let me see if I'm able to get in any closer. Hopefully I can. So you see you have this bump. If you kind of spread this stitch apart, you'll see you have a bit of a hole right there, and that's where we're going to work into. So to knit, normally we would just knit through the front of the stitch, but we're actually going to put our right hand needle just below this purl bump. So stick it right into this gap, and you'll find it goes in pretty easily. And you're going to knit into there, and then you're going to drop this part of this stitch off. And you don't freak out, it's okay. The first time I did this, I thought, oh no, it's gonna fall apart, but it actually stays where it needs to. It doesn't like drop the whole thing. So we're gonna alternate that. So knit one below, knit one, knit the next stitch below. So again, you see this purl bump here, there's a hole just below it. That's where you're gonna put your needle into. And knit. And you're going to knit one like normal and knit below. So I'll do this with you a couple more times and then I'll pause and work till the end. So knit one, knit below, So go ahead and finish this row, and I will meet you guys back up at the end of this first row. Okay guys, so I am almost at the end of my first row. We did our setup row and then we did the first row of the pattern. And so now at this point, you guys have a choice to make. You can either knit in the stitch below, which I think is really hard to get into that last stitch, or like I do with most of my patterns, I'm just gonna put the yarn in the front and slip that last stitch. And really, it ends up creating like the same design on the end when you do that slip stitch method. And so that's all you do. You're gonna turn your work, and again, you're gonna knit one below, knit one below, all the way to the end. And that's how you do the sort of modified rib stitch. And I'll show you my swatch again. So you can see here where I've slipped at the end of each row. Oh, that's the back. And so it pretty much is reversible. It looks the same on both sides, but you can see like on this side where I've done the slipping, it still looks the same as in between the knitting. So it really doesn't look any different. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. So I do upload knitting videos every Monday, and I hope to see you guys back soon. Thanks for stopping by.